This is an area where only a four-wheel drive can come. So if you don't have four-wheel drive and you don't have the ability to air your tires down and you don't have a pretty good suspension, you really can't get here. This is a very remote spot, and it requires a lot of setup to get here and a lot of thought. If you just came out here without thinking about what you were going to do, you'd be stuck up to your axles in the sand. We have a satellite dish that I would not be without, so that we can watch Dancing with the Stars for Linda, and NASCAR for me, and of course ever-present NFL. We're rigged for all weather. We have storm windows, we have a good furnace, we have a generator, and we have solar panels, and the solar panels are really important to us. We can operate for a good period of time here in these sunny conditions without ever running the generator. We added a front porch, which is really a cooler rack, that we can carry the cooler with ice on it, so if or when I get a fish, I can ice the fish down. And then I have a back porch, which is something that we can use to create a barrier against the sand. So Linda puts a basin of water, and when we come up out of the sandy water, we can rinse our feet off and then go into the camper.
That's one of the great things about the Lance. We have hot and cold outside, so we're rigged to have outside showers. The routine of cooking is anything you want. With a generator, we can do microwave. We do the propane, we have an oven, and we also use our outside grill a lot. So the cooking is easy. We both enjoy doing it now.
Since we've gotten this Lance camper, we've had the opportunity to travel almost 50,000 miles. We drove from Maryland to Washington, and we put our camper on the Blue Canoe on the Alaska Marine Highway, the ferry boat system going up to Alaska, and it was one of the greatest parts of the trip. Once again, the Lance was a great advantage for us because they measure your overall length and they charge you by your length. So of all the RVs that were on board, the Lance truck campers were the least expensive to carry. When we got to Alaska, we were able to just pull off the side of the road in the gravel pits to spend the night. We almost never stayed in a campground. Occasionally, we were in the National Forest Service campgrounds in Alaska, which were $5 a night on the honor system, and they were magnificent. They offered no services, but since we're completely self-contained, we really didn't need anything. We carried it all with us.
My granddaughter and I collect pretty pieces of plastic and have a great plastic collection. We walk the beach and we keep the beach clean. That's another thing one of the things that we like to do. We go out in the morning, we take a big plastic bag, and we just walk along and pick up trash and keeping the beach nice and clean and pristine.
My grandfather taught me, and he said, if the reason a person went fishing was to catch fish, they go to a fish market. So I really don't care whether I catch any fish or not. I like just getting out, getting the line wet, just sitting quietly in the shade and watching the line. But if I get a nice big one on, I enjoy getting them on board. I like bringing them in, and I certainly like eating them. It's not important to me whether or not I catch fish. It's important that Linda and I are out here together and enjoying it, and whatever we do, we're doing it together. Linda and I have been married for 47 years, and we're still working on it.
No.
What it's done for me is brought me back to the place that I was when I lived on my sailboat. And that's a very special spot. We want to do this every day that we can do it, as long as we can do it. There may come a day when we can't do it. So every day we take advantage of it.
It is really a blessing for us. We're very, very lucky, and not for one moment do I forget that. Linda's absolutely my best friend. We discover things together. We make our decisions based on 50-50, and we have for a long, long time.